What's up, everybody, and welcome to another Best Damn Deck here on TCG University. My name's Tam, and today we're going to be going over the Elder God himself, Shinnok. I was given this as a suggestion by someone on the YouTubes. I don't remember their name, and we're not going to look it up right now because it's a hassle, but big shout-outs. Thank you so much. If you have a suggestion for a Best Damn Deck you want us to do on the channel, please leave it down in the comments down below, or catch me on patreon.com/TCG University. So what is Best Damn Deck? What we're going to be doing is talking about Shinnok. We're going to talk about what they do, why is it good, interesting interactions, weaknesses, and how they overcome them, and my final thoughts on the character as a whole. So, Shinnok is a 6 hand size, 28 life character. He has all death and evil. He has a static that says your abilities cannot be canceled by card effects. We'll skip that for now. That's the important one. Or lose 2 vitality, after your opponent plays an ability that draws any number of cards, destroy one of their foundations, or commit their character. Wowzers again. And then our last ability, enhance, lose 2 vitality, your attack gets 2 speed. If you're at desperation, draw 2 cards and then discard 1 card. Wowzers for a third time. So, let's go back to the top. What do they do? Shinnok does whatever he wants. He is a monster. He plays almost his own game of UFS, because about a third of the cards in UFS or UniVersus are cancels or negates, or you can't do those, and those are all blank versus Shinnok. Hey, I'm going to play this multiple 8 card. I'll revoke that. No, you won't. No, you won't. You won't, actually. I will... that's got a lot of damage. I'll negate you giving it more damage. No. You won't. You're not going to... Nope, I'm sorry. You got card draw going on? I am going to draw those cards. Your Venomous doesn't do anything. Sorry, man. It's just not how it works. Got some crazy, just blanketed, say no to your nose. Out of your league, you revoke all the time and not pay the 3. Oh, it's so crazy. You can't even play him. Whatever. R2 lose 2 vitality after your opponent plays an ability that draws any number of cards, destroy one of their foundations, or commit their character. So... this is super good because paying 2 as a cost is almost nothing, and being able to commit your opponent's character, just saying that you have used the action stop every time that my opponent tries to draw more cards in order to play the game. Because drawing cards in any card game is good. Commit their character, or destroy one of their foundations. I get to pick the best foundation in your staging area and just blow it up. Oh, I don't have to blow up the ones that say negate because my character already does stuff. So I'll just blow up the ones that do stuff for you. And so now you've got all these blank foundations because they all say negate a thing. You've got all these non-foundations. They just don't exist because you keep drawing cards like an idiot. Yeah, I'm paying 2 life, but as Shinnok, I'm just in total control of this game. I'm so in control. And then E, lose 2 vitality, your attack is 2 speed, period. That's just good. That's just a good ability, because you just hit people. They can't stop that ability. And then if you're at desperation, so if you're at 13 life or less, you get to draw 2 cards and then discard a card. So you get 2 speed, and then you get +1 to your hand size, filtering whatever cards. I'm trying to kill you this turn. I'll draw 2 attacks. I'll discard this foundation out of my hand. Hey, I just drew 2 attacks. I'm going to keep slinging them, and they all get an extra 2 damage. It's incredibly good. So why is it good? So it's good because I already said they can't interact with you, and number 2, you get to filter your hand, and number 3, we're blowing up all their stuff. So it is the definition of a control character that as soon as we get to that 13 life, I'm just going to spirit bomb you. I'm just going to rush my life down to 3, or even sometimes I've seen 1, and I'm just going to slam as many attacks down as possible. They're all going to be incredibly fast, and you can't stop what I'm doing. So, interesting interactions. So, a lot of ways that Shinnok plays currently in the metagame is you get to see a lot of really greedy Shinnoks. What do I mean by that? There's some cards in the game, like Coffee Samba, that take and draw you 2 cards, stun out 1,000,000, multiple 1,000,000, and just like these really crazy, strong, powerful abilities. And the way that you stop those cards is you cancel the draw, or sorry, you wouldn't cancel the draw. You would cancel the stun. You would cancel the multiple. And Shinnok says, hey, you can't cancel me. I'm going to guarantee get this stun off. I'm going to guarantee multiple this out. You've got other cards like Nutcracker that says I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to add a card. Syndicate Slices always hit. Your Hyper Bombs are very good. Your like every good card that your opponent could possibly want to respond, cancel this enhance. Like if you ever been like, I'll play this thing. Do you have any responses? Shinnok just doesn't care about those. He just there are no responses to his stuff. And then you take all these nutty attacks and you give them an extra 2 damage and you filter a card out. It's so good. It's so crazy good. I guess like one of the coolest interactions that you can do with Quan Chi at time of recording is you play a very greedy deck. Hear me out. You play Princess Parry, right? So I'm at Desperation, and I'm going to play my Princess Parry. I'm going to discard your card from the card pool. I'm going to play my 5 difficulty attack, and then you can't stop that because I'm Shinnok, and you just can't stop what I'm doing. And then I play a card called Race Against Time that says that I discard that Princess Parry from my remove the Princess Parry from the game. Oh no, it's gone. And then I get to play any 5 difficulty attack from my discard pile. And that's probably going to be a Coffee Samba, right? And so on your turn, and you can't stop that because I'm Shinnok. On your turn, I'm going to draw 2 cards off of Coffee Samba. You're going to draw 2 cards. You're welcome. It's your turn. You got a bunch of cards. And then I'm going to give it Stun X. That gives your hand size. So if it's on your first attack, right? And let's say you're a 6-hander. You played 1 card. You moved. I discarded it with Princess Parry. I'm going to put 7 cards in your hand and then stun you 7 and then smack you. Desperation, I'll draw 2, discard 1. So I've got even more stuff that I get to do. My 5 damage attack and possibly my multiple 7 is going to just sling at you on your turn. Not to mention, like, anytime that you drew a card outside of whatever, I committed your character. Anytime that you drew a card outside of my Coffee Samba, I'm going to blow up your best foundation. Like, there's just so much control involved with Shinnok that it just, he punishes your opponent for doing anything. He punishes your opponent for having these really cool cards. His weaknesses. He's an Elder God, but he was killed by Raiden. And so let's talk about how you have to defend yourself as playing the best damn deck in the game. So Shinnok has one big issue, and that's Bang. Bang says that all those cool negate cards are actually live. What Bang says is it is a 3/4 action that says enhance. Seal a card in my opponent's staging area, which could be Shinnok. So on my kill turn, on their turn, I will seal Shinnok, and now all of my cool negate cards are live, which means that like my game plan of blowing up the really good cards is no longer great because you now have the negates. He also has a bit of that evil desperation glass cannon issue where sometimes, like on his character card, it says the word lose 2 vitality twice, and he does only have 28 life, right? So I get to do this ability 13 times. I get to pay 2 13 times. So without any life gain, I get to do 13 things, and then I'm dead. And that's not include taking attacks like half blocking or even like not blocking at all. But he's so strong at desperation that like it kind of makes up for it a little bit. He can stretch that life out just a little bit further with some more life gain cards. But sometimes Shinnok's main issue is he peters out around 6 life. I'll keep going and keep going and keep going and not quite get there. He has no damage pump. He only has the speed. And so I'll not quite get there, be at 6 life, and then one thing they do touches me and I die. So you do have to be careful. You get to play like under death, you get to play cards like Nightmare Tears, or under Death or Evil, you get to play things like Flame Aura, or you get to play like some speed resets or some damage resets. Under All, you get to play Punch and Judy, which, by the way, those Punch and Judy can't be canceled. And so you can just be like, I accidentally hit a 12-12 on you. Bang! And so, like, there's just, like, some really... You gotta be careful with how much life you burn, because sometimes it bites you back. All right, so my final thoughts on Shinnok. I think Shinnok is the best damn deck in the game, obviously. If I didn't think so, I wouldn't be making this video. I think that he is a character that my opponent has to come into with a game plan. If you've not played against Shinnok, the first time you play against Shinnok, you're probably just going to lose because of the way that he works, or if your deck has this very specific mechanic of I want to draw as many cards as I can, or I want to use my character card very well. It just limits like an entire aspect of the game. You're just not allowed to draw cards against Shinnok. You just can't. And then when he gets to Desperation, he just turns the jets on and he'll just accidentally kill you. Not to mention the amazing control that he has, that all of his stuff can't be negated. The character's incredibly, incredibly strong, even without having any of his own support. Shinnok is a box topper from the Mortal Kombat 10 set, and so every time that you buy a box, you get a free Shinnok. I guess you paid for it's an $80 Shinnok. You're welcome. There's the value of the card. But no, I highly suggest that anybody that keeps losing to these crazy hyper-aggressive draw a million cards decks, side a Shinnok. Hell, main a Shinnok. Just play Shinnok. Shinnok got third place at Worlds the time of recording this past year. Like the card is so good. The character is he's the best damn deck in UFS. Thank you very much for watching.